My daughter, Corinna, and I were not getting along. When she turned 18, she figured she could do what she wanted to do. I wasn't having that. She moved in with her girlfriend. A month later, I found out that she was in New York City. I didn't know until I saw it on Facebook. My understanding from her friends, she was escorting, doing dinner dates. I told her, get your butt home now, and she'd say, I am okay. And I get something in the mail. It was a protection from abuse order that she put out on a gentleman because she said he had choked her and took her money. I would have never thought my daughter was involved in being pimped, prostituting. The last time I talked to Corinna was September 20th. She just said, Mom, I'm coming home tomorrow. And I was like, well, if you want to come home tomorrow, you're going to go back to school and you're going to get a job. It was the first time ever that she said she wanted to come home. I was texting her for like a whole week. I never got any response. I asked one of her friends when the last time they saw or heard of Corinna. She just said, nobody's heard from her. She's not responding to my calls or messages. Something's wrong. I was worried sick, so I went to the police. Basically, after that date, no one's heard from her. This is a person who vanished. I don't know if Corinna's still alive. I pray that she is. I love her. I want her to come home.
Well, I'm very, very sorry that you're in this situation. I can't even imagine. And this is something that obviously just haunts you 24/7 at this point, right?
Right, it does.
And now, it was July 2017 that you found out on Facebook that your daughter was in New York City, right?
I actually saw her post something that she was in Brooklyn, in New York.
And where did you think she was?
In Hazleton, living with her friend.
And then there were some Instagram pictures that after she moved to New York that she put up, and they were these pictures that she posted of herself on Instagram in July, then August, and then September. When did you get the inkling that there was prostitution involved?
After the investigation started.
Okay.
I knew nothing until I reported her missing. So then after that, it started, more news started coming out and developing, and then I started to learn that she was involved in human trafficking. Maybe they enticed her there somehow, conned her in a way, and then started to control her.
Corinna would never run away and have absolutely no contact with her friends and family. I firmly believe that a person or persons have taken control of my niece. Corinna definitely got into something way over her head. Corinna wanted to move in with me permanently in December of 2016. At first, I had agreed to let her move in. However, I was afraid that I was not going to be able to handle the angst of a teenage girl, so I changed my mind. I do believe that Corinna had a whole other life that she was hiding from everyone. Corinna wanted to have a faster, more exciting life, and she met an individual that made promises to help provide her with that. The last time that I spoke to Corinna was on September 11th of 2017. I called her after finding out that she was in New York and asked her if I could come and pick her up. I told her, baby girl, I know that somebody hurt you. And she said, yeah, I'm not worried about that. I could never have fathomed that my niece could be involved in a human trafficking ring. I feel very guilty for not being more involved in her life in the year leading up to all of this. Corinna, we miss you. We want you home so badly. You have no idea how much you're loved, and we just want you to be safe.
Okay, but now, authorities say she was last seen with this Ishi Woney.
I didn't even know who he was until just till the arrest on Halloween.
Okay, but now that's been a year, and during that time, off the grid. No texts,
Nope.
no pictures, no posts,
Nope.
no nothing.
Not that we know of. They want to keep the hope that she's still alive because she could easily be trafficked anywhere because of being coerced into this and probably drugged, you know, and maybe feeling like she needs to be with this person or brainwashed. The house is empty. It's lonely. She always had her music playing in her room. She was always talking to her friends. Corinna and I would sit in here and we would have coffee. I would sit here and she would sit here and we would just talk. And she really wanted to come up with her own makeup line. She talked about going to the Paul Mitchell School then afterwards. Her dream was to go to New York City. This is Corinna's senior picture. She looks very beautiful. This is Corinna's room. I just want to say that when Corinna first went missing, I wouldn't go in here. It's sad for me. She was artistic. She drew a lot of pictures. This is a diary, my book of secrets. She loved like her necklaces, typical girl, her purses. She loved chokers, like she was just a diva. This is the shirt we had made. This is one of my favorite pictures of her. This was her picture she posted on September 8th of 2017. And she hasn't been on social media since she vanished. 99% of victims are never rescued. When I saw this sign, this just brought tears to my eyes. I'm very lonely and sad without her, and I just want her home.
Well, that's very difficult to see, right? And there were red flags as you look back, right?
Lots of red flags that I didn't. When you're living that and you work every day and everything, I was like, what's happening to my daughter? Like, she's just changing.
And you said she was friends with people online and people that you didn't know.
Well, she had over 1,000 to 1,500 Facebook friends. I mean, obviously she doesn't know these people. They see that she's attractive and, guys, these pimps scope out these girls.
And then lure them from the virtual world into the real world.
So that's, I think, what happened to her.
I hear parents all the time ask me, well, is it an intrusion of privacy if I'm checking up on my child, my teenager, on the internet, on their Snapchat accounts, and in their Twitter or on their Facebook? And the fact is, I think it's your duty to do that because they may not recognize when they're being groomed. But a parent that's objective can come in from the side and look and recognize that they're being groomed, and they can do something about it. What's the main message you want to deliver in being here today? Why did you want to be here? What did you want to say?
I wanted to be here just to, for one, I want more media coverage for my daughter to find her, and just to monitor your children's, get their passwords, monitor everything that they do. Don't trust what they say because they lie.
Approximately 5,000 unaccompanied youth die each year as a result of assault, illness, or suicide. And they say unaccompanied because they've left home. And 80% of runaways have been sexually or physically abused. 47% of runaway youth report conflict with a parent, and 41% of youth attribute running away to poor relationships with parents, but only 7% of parents report the same, which means parents, you're not recognized, you're not plugging in. Do you believe your daughter is alive today?
No.
Until we find a body, until someone confirms that she's deceased, I'm going to remain hopeful that we will find her and bring her home.
A couple days before Ebby was reported missing, she went to a party.
Ebby texted me that she needed to speak to me about something important.
She doesn't show up to meet you.
I sent her a text message to let her know that I was on my way, and she never responded.
Then her brother, Trevor, calls her. She doesn't answer, but she calls him right back, correct?
That is correct.
Trevor asked her where she was. She knew she was with her car. At that point, Trevor told me that Ebby sounded really messed up, disoriented. He'd never heard her sound like that before.
He says she sounds disoriented and claims she's lost.
It's about a 4-minute conversation of where he's trying to determine where she is and what's going on.
That was the last phone call with her.
Yes. 5 days after Ebby disappeared, her car was found in a park approximately 3 miles from our house. All of her things were in the car. Her purse, her makeup was thrown around the car. She was a makeup artist. She would have never left her makeup. I knew instantly someone had taken her. Our daughter's, she's gone.
I am so sorry.
So sorry. I pray for y'all. Sorry.
So good to see you again. Well, joining us now is Ebby's mother, Lori. And Lori, I just can't even find the words to tell you how sorry I am for your loss. You know, you and I have been through this and just have been heartbroken at the outcome here. I'm just so very, very sorry for that.
Thank you.
Now, you say that she was found very near her car,
Yes.
right? Where her car was found.
About 60 feet.
Wow. And was the thinking that she had been there all along?
Yes. She was killed and put in a drainage pipe 60 feet from her car.
It had been how long between when she went missing and when she was found exactly?
Almost 3 years.
Right. And so she was identified how?
Through her jewelry. My husband called and said, let's go to lunch. And I knew. In 15 years, he's never asked me to go to lunch. And so I was at work and I just knew. And he came in and said they found a skeleton. But there's still little something in the back of your head that missing. You're looking, you know, people are looking. But that day, when they come and say they found her, that's a whole different state of mind.
And what have you done with her jewelry?
I have it on. And I can't tell you how many pictures we showed with this jewelry, looking for, had anyone seen it? Did anyone recognize it? And it was found on her. It's just, I miss her. I miss her touch. I'm so grateful you asked me to come meet you.
It's my biggest fear what you're going through, and that you lasted 3 years not knowing. That's like, it's been a year and I keep saying I need answers. I need to know whether she's alive. I need closure. I need closure. I want her to be alive, but I need closure.
So much of my time where you are was spent with Tina searching for her. You know, Tina would send me pictures of nude girls or half nude girls and say, is this her arm? Or is this her hair, or her eyebrow? And you're doing that all the time. I had just so much support. And I also wanted to tell you this. I wanted you to know when you're up at night and it's 2 or 3 in the morning and you need to talk to someone, message me.
Thank you.
Because those are the people that I may never meet that I could talk to just, they told me their stories, or they would pray with me, or they would listen. And I just hope that I can be the middle of the night person for you.
Oh, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I can tell you we feel like this kind of thing is the highest and best use of this platform, and we're
Yes.
very proud to have been a
Yes.
part of the process.
Thank you for having
and
us on.
part of your process as well. And anyone with information about Corinna Slusser, please, we ask you to contact the NYPD sex trafficking hotline, and that number is 646-610-7272. You can also call 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324, or you can visit their website at tips.fbi.gov.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.